You are now tuned to BS3 Network. BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
It's Queen3 and King. It's Queen3 and King. It's Queen3 and King. Queen3 and King, we the team, it's going down. We the talk of the town, it's going down. We royalty, wear our crowns, it's going down. Tune in now, it's going down. Queen3 and King, we the team, it's going down. We the talk of the town, it's going down. We royalty, wear our crowns, it's going down. Tune in now, it's going down. It's Queen3 and King on BS3 Network. Queen3 and King.
All right now. I see you, sis. Why can't I hear?
Good job, man. I know you know how to sing. We've been able to see that, but don't give us. Okay, here. Got us go. Everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you good.
Give us a freestyle, man. You know, I know you can sing. We done proved that on your morning show, but let's go ahead and get the freestyle going. Go ahead. Let's go.
No. I don't want to ruin Mika's moment.
Mika's moment.
All right, that's good, Miss Producer. Welcome to another episode of Queen3 and King. Today's episode, submitting while struggling. Submission is one of those topics, you know, that oops, my bad, Miss Producer. One of those topics that, you know, continues to come up, right? You know, they are in the mainstream quite a bit here recently, and like I said, I think it's just going to keep coming up. Of course, you know, podcasting, as it continues to be on the rise, I think that's one of the episodes and topics that a lot of them are coming with. In fact, when I was looking for some content to be able to support some of the theories that we may or may not have, there's probably 3 or 4 TikTok videos I could have chose from. So that's where we're at. Again, submitting while struggling. We have our special guest host in the building, Cole Johnson of BS3 Network. We will have a special announcement to do with Mr. Cole a little later on that I'll let him do. Pretty excited about that news. But first, let's go ahead and get into the introductions. We're going to start with the girl with the afro on her shirt, but the braids in her head. She is out north by way of Van Augustine in Allen, Texas. Out almost in Oklahoma. She's all real close to the Red River. So you the first individual you see when you cross the Red heading back into Texas, or Tejas if you are Hispanic. Welcome to you too. Que hora español. Me hablo español cuando yo quiero y me gusta.
Okay, move it on.
Hey, I'm welcoming our you know. So they call her Skinny Minnie, Boney Maroney, Coco, Darling Nikki, the grandma herself, talk to the people queen.
Hello. That's all I have to say.
That's it, Tyler Perry. All right. And next, we move to the educator queen. Yeah, Cole, you recognize that as the insulted was, right? We move on to the educator queen. Again, you know, those of you who have been following us for the years that we have been on the air, you realize that, you know, there is some trepidation as we introduce her because of the many imbroglios that she's had with the law and her battles with the box wine situation.
Why that box of wine get me every time?
Again, she's the educator queen. She's known as Meba GT, talk to the people queen.
Good evening, everybody. And stop talking about box wine. I ain't drunk that since 2010.
Yeah.
She know the date.
Yeah. I'm just going to say this. When her edge control is good, we know the box wine situation is under control. When the edge control is off, we know she's battling those days. And we have to come together in prayer. And next.
Ask for baby hair. Goodness gracious.
Last but certainly not least, we have the baby queen, formerly known as Blake's mama. She is now firmly entrenched in the corner of Bronx's mama, but as he's in this terrible 2 stage, that may quickly come to an end. She's also known as Mama Lee, or Lily, talk to the people queen.
Hello, everybody.
Let's see, that's from
Tuesday.
now, that's how you drive. Shit, y'all, to see Lily put on a show on how you introduce yourself with some energy.
What's wrong with Medea?
Man.
My.
Nothing.
Let's get
You
to
don't
the
tell me what to do.
Let's let this
Me either.
Let's let this situation iron out. We might find out what's wrong with Medea real soon. So just stay.
Yikes.
We'll know who all involved in that. Speaking of, Cole, you all right, man? You ain't you and P Diddy, y'all ain't boys.
No, I didn't take that. No.
All right, welcome to the show, Mr. Cole Johnson. Cole, how are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Sorry, let me say hello to everybody. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Alicia. Hello, Mika.
Hello.
Oh.
And I want to do something that I have not seen this show ever do, so I'll do it right now. Now, let us introduce the king of this fine program. He is originally from Garland. I'm making his home in Forney. Both are suburbs of the Metroplex area. He sports a goatee that will make No Shade November participants proud year-round. He goes by the wonderful, veritable nicknames of Jerk, Boy If You Don't, and America's #1 ultimate glaucoma medicine tester, the DJ calendar show producing, the master of content creation disaster, talk to the people king.
You gotta go, Paul. I like it.
Calm down. They won't stop.
You're being nice to him, Cole. I like that.
That's why you sit down. No.
Yeah, don't give him
that
another
racket
introduction
off.
because he don't know how to handle it.
Security, please keep these people away. Hey, man, I appreciate that. That's the best introduction I've ever had, virtually, in person. After I walked into a room, as I came into the room, we need to put that on wax. You understand what I'm saying? As one of the Queen3 and King intros.
It's like that.
Okay?
Oh, it's like that.
Yeah,
okay.
We need to do that, man. That wasn't no act. Right. See, flesh and blood did not reveal that to you.
Gone.
You heard what I'm saying. Yeah, all right, let's check quick this chat room and see who we got in there before we start digging into this situation.
That's Theodora.
Oh, hey, Theodora.
Blue Streak Freak is also she's known as. I ain't been seeing that she's been posting, going out to the restaurants and going on that her and her husband always go out to. But if y'all need a few dollars, call your brother H-Rap and see what he got. There's the 3 Kings. Is that Theodora again?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, King Doug. Hello. You heard the introduction. Stand up to the east when you speak to me. Rod, Uncensored Network. Sports with a Z. Yeah, go ahead. Give me one of those right quick, Cole. It's been a long time since I done heard that.
Yeah,
Cole.
It has been a while since I've done this, so I'll do it. Yes. Cole Sports.
I love it. All right. Facebook user with the smiles. Is that Theodora again? Hey, y'all, now that many people can't be Theodora.
That many people cannot.
Yeah.
No.
All right. We done with introductions. Let's go ahead and break this question down again. Submitting while struggling. Y'all have heard the question before. So let's just go ahead and start with season queen on this one. Should a woman, or should women, or womans, depending on who you asking, or women's is be submissive to their husbands?
Wives.
Yeah.
Wives.
Should wives be submissive to their husbands?
I used to didn't think so.
Oh.
Seriously.
Seriously. What?
I said seriously. I used to not think that was that had to happen.
Yeah. What's changed? Can it beat that up?
No, don't put that out there. And that's not even necessary. because he didn't do nothing. He didn't put his hand on me. So just
Well, what changed it? Hey,
what I'm saying is a lot of young women that are first get married, you don't know about the submission, how to be submissive, especially if you didn't have an example of that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is that's why I didn't in the beginning.
Okay.
And I'm sure that a lot of other people women didn't do that at all themselves in the beginning because there was no example of it.
Okay. Miss Producer, the next time I say something real funny like that and you laughing that hard, hit that button. Don't just laugh by yourself. Let the whole audience laugh with you. All right. Y'all hear that one white girl in the front row? She can't quit laughing.
You need to hush.
Queen3 and King is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
You go. All right. Mika, should wives, be submissive to their husbands?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You didn't always thought that?
No.
Okay. What changed for you?
Seeing the results of being submissive.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Ooh.
That's 4 plus 4, girl.
8.
You ate early too.
See, I guess she had to get that one eating out the way last year. It took her 3 years to eat, but once she ate, she eating on a regular basis. All right. Lily, should wives be submissive to their husbands?
Yes, you should, but
We got the
didn't
first
think
one.
that.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Huh?
But you didn't think that, okay?
I didn't think that when I was younger. I think it also comes with maturity and understanding what submissive means.
Okay.
Because a lot of people misinterpret that word. So
okay.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you went there because we're gonna go back around the room. Once Cole answers, we're gonna start with you on what submissive means because that's a very good piece of this pie, so to speak. Cole, should wives be submissive to their husbands?
Yes, wives should be submissive to their husbands if the man is worthy of that submission.
Isn't that something?
Right.
yes.
I agree with that.
Isn't that something? We have 3 women on the show who have already answered the question, and it was the man who said if. Now that ought to say, number one, say something about the man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I also say something about the women because that wasn't their first line of defense. To say, yeah, but, or yeah, if. And I thought Lily was going there, and that's not where she was going. So I think we're all in agreement. Wives should be submissive to their husbands. So now, go ahead.
I think that layers into my definition of submission.
Okay.
Submissive,
Go ahead and jump onto that then.
So I think being submissive means to follow your husband, but or to allow your husband to lead, but only if he's worthy of leading the household.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not something that you just, oh, he's the man, he leads. Where is he leading me to? I also have to understand that and understand what our household is. So it just depends on if he's worthy of that leadership role.
Okay, cool. Educator Queen, define submission.
I think exactly what Alicia said. But if a man is not, if I don't want to submit to him or be submissive to him, I wouldn't marry him. So I don't want to marry. Like if I have to question if I'm going to be able to be submissive, meaning to follow, allow you to lead, allow you to run our household, kind of take not a backseat, but I'm right here behind you, supporting you, making sure that we advance together. So that's my definition.
I plus 3. Nicole. Nicole. Define submissive as we're discussing it today.
Well, I agree with Mika and Alicia both with regards to this being the submissive part of it, because if your husband is not a leader and leading in your household, then I think that no, I would not want to be submissive to somebody like that. But at the same time, if he's doing God's will and leading his wife and his family, I'm all for it.
Okay. All right. Cole, define submissive as we're discussing it today.
All right. Well, the world defines it as surrendering, as capitulating, as ceding, as basically being, I guess you could say, a welcome mat for someone.
Well, I've heard that too.
True. That's true.
Okay.
Unfortunately, though, thankfully, we are in a body here where we set our sights on the things above and not things on the earth.
Hey, that's what's up.
Yes.
Submission ultimately is the tool a woman has to actually say to a man that's worthy of her, you can have this heart.
That's good.
I love that.
10 minus 2.
Ace.
You need to shut up.
Yeah, because we're trying to hear Cole.
And let me just say this, okay, in terms of this whole submission thing, right? And we talk about it from the woman's perspective or the wife's perspective, and when and why, and we're going to dig into some of that later. But let me just say this, women's the right man isn't gonna make it hurt for you to submit to him. It's not gonna be hard. It's not gonna be hard. So if you're struggling with submitting to him, it's one of two things. Like Lily said, either there's a maturity issue there, and I'm gonna say spiritual maturity there, right? There's a maturity issue there, or Negro just ain't the right one. Because it should not be difficult. It should not be a struggle for you to submit to him. So let me just narrow that down for you. If you're having difficulty, either he ain't right or you need to grow up. All right. I'm saying that serialistically.
I heard cereal in that.
You better go on and go to the next question.
What I'm trying to say. Okay. All right, Miss Producer, let's go ahead and play this first video, and then we're going to start with Cole after that video, and I'm going to pose a question or two to him. On Queen3 King.
Hardest thing for a woman to do, especially a qualified woman to do, is submit to a man that hasn't earned it. Because here you are pretending to be weak in order for this man to be strong. Pretending to not be knowledgeable so that this man feels more qualified. Find you somebody that's already put together. If you keep thinking that you can yoke yourself with unqualified men, and these men are going to make it feel safe enough to be submissive, you're going to have a hard time not being combative. Because it's is leading you left when you're supposed to be going right, and you know it. It is so much easier to be submissive in relationships to people that are qualified to handle a said task that you give them. Somebody that's not driven by ego or pride, but somebody that's driven by the embetterment of the relationship. Someone that thinks about your needs and your wants and not necessarily their selfish desires. I'm saying I have no issue with a man wanting a submissive woman. I have no issue with a woman wanting to be submissive. I have an issue where it's blind submission, where it's submission that's given and not earned, where a man feels like just because he deserves submission, and a woman feels like just because she got a man, he's worthy of being submissive too.
That's good.
Yeah, 7+1. Cole.
This is dumb.
He really has to grow up.
If a woman is struggling financially and fighting to make ends meet, is she able to be submissive?
How are you three able to be with this guy?
Elba.
Oh my gosh. How the world is constructed, no. Simply because most women are taught that if you're going to be with the guy is supposed to have all the goods with him. And unfortunately, with many homes, they don't see it modeled. And so you have those two things that conflict with a woman. If she sees a guy who might have that potential and she sees something in him, and I'll talk about that a little later, then she will probably be submissive to him. However, when you have things such as I can do battle by myself and no romance without finance, it's not feasible.
No gas, no ass. Yeah, all that.
Lord. Have mercy.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna get the queens a little bit to recover. Let's get some of these comments, producer.
This is dumb.
We'll come back to the queens and answer this question. All right, we got Pastor Victor Lee in the building.
Hey.
Hey, Pastor Lee.
Can't wait to get y'all up and running over here. We need to have a conversation over the next couple of days. Cousin Gail said, when I first got married, I was not submissive. However, wow, Lily's gonna need a minute, everybody. When I first got married, I was not submissive. I realized in order for him to become the man he needed to be, I had to step back. God dog it. If that right there, I don't know what
it again, Gail. Yes.
I don't know what that is. She goes, if he was going to become the man he needed to be, I had to step back. So in other words,
he had to prove himself to her. Yeah.
That lead position, it's only room for one.
Right.
And it's in it or occupying a piece of it, even. If she got a shoulder in it, he can't. She said he can step into the place he needed to be. She had to step back in order for him to step
up. So he could step up. Right.
Dog it, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You ought to teach a course on this. Pastor said, question, how can a man not be worthy of submission, but worthy enough for you to have sex with? Make it make sense.
Hey,
that's a word right there.
Because basically what that is saying is you're submitting physically, but not submitting emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So right on.
Glad you ever.
Yeah, they want the magic stick, but not the magic life. Yeah, I understand, brother.
Magic stick.
Them draws.
Kiatra says, "Hey fam, what's going on?
Hey fam,
lady, the wokest, dopest first lady in the business."
Yes, sir.
Let's go to Meba on this one first.
Okay.
If a woman is struggling financially and fighting to make ends meet, and really it should be if their family is struggling financially and fighting to make ends meet, not only is she able to be submissive, but should she still be submissive? Kind of do that too, because that kind of is a piece of this, right? You know, because I think everybody has the ability to be submissive, right? You know, but will she, is she, you know, all those kind of things.
Go on.
She's trying to be truthful. That's what she's struggling.
Go on and get out there.
Tell the truth.
No, you cannot be submissive. No.
Okay.
If you're struggling financially,
bro. Because I'm gonna tell you, this is the very first video I saw. I couldn't find this one, but there was a video where a woman says, if he think he about to get some, and I'm worried about whether these lights gonna get cut off in the middle of us doing it, I ain't finna.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how am I supposed to follow you if I think the light's about to go off?
Yeah. The juice box won't get samples. Is that what you're saying, Ivan?
Wow.
What did he say?
The juice box won't get sampled, is what he said.
I'm about to get off of here tonight.
Yeah. So Mika, you said you can't do it?
Huh?
No, Mika, I said, Mika, you said you can't do it?
Is it right? No. But, like, I have questions. Why are the lights about to get cut off? Did you lose your job? Like, I have a bunch of questions.
And see, that's the thing. If you have them for me, you're going to have them for him, and that's going to cause a problem.
Yep. As it should, actually.
Yeah. I'm not saying it should.
Yes, it should cause a problem. Yeah.
Sometimes things that cause a problem, it's warranted that it causes a problem. All right. Nico, if the refrigerator, all you can see when you open it is lights.
Yeah.
It's
gonna be a problem.
You ain't saw that light bulb 2 3.
It's gonna be a problem.
Now all you see is lights, eggs, and water. And that jar of mayonnaise that you should have threw away 3 months ago.
I think you're gonna go with the lone Chinese Chinese restaurant box.
Right. Hey, you know they're gonna have that. You know they're gonna have that one box of Arm & Hammer baking soda that's been in there since 1993. You don't think that expired either, do you?
No, I'm not gonna be able to do it.
All right, Cole. You if he's struggling financially like that, you answered that question, right? So let me ask you this: does that change any if he was providing at first, but fell on hard times, and you got a lot less of your Kate Spade money?
Not Kate Spade.
You got a lot less of your Vera Wang money. You got a lot less money to spend with Nikki on her Avon account, getting that skin so soft.
Yes, I got an order for that today.
Is it gonna change, Cole? If it's been a minute, in other words, he has provided in the past, but he's been slipping lately. And here, let's just go and be real right quick, okay? Because I think we dancing and touching around this shit a little bit. Let's just go and be real. He done been listening to too many TikTok videos of the brothers under the tree, and I'm not finna work with a white man no more. And I ain't, so therefore I ain't performing on the job like I was supposed to, and I ain't getting on it you follow what I'm saying? So it's not like it's a situation where he just really hustling. So he done fell off. What if he was handling business? Do you still submit and try to see him through it? What you do, Cole?
Well, it's hard to say what a woman should do, but I think many, if they have seen him able to produce in that role, probably would give him the benefit of the doubt. But if they see that the Joker is being more of a joker in this stage, she won't last long. She just won't.
Okay. All right. I gotta give a special shout out here. This is my neighbor across the street right here. I done been blessed since I done been in this house. I done had some of the coolest neighbors. Man, my neighbors are sitcom neighbors. You hear what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's the only place you get good neighbors in the world is those sitcoms. I done had some great neighbors. This is Danny across the street. Good to have you on with us, sir.
Hey, Danny.
Danny, don't think less of me, man. After you see this show today, don't think less of me. This is a character I play on TV, sir. Okay, Mika, does it change if he had been providing before, but he done fell off, and
Yeah.
You're gonna be submissive? How long you gonna give him?
I don't know. I don't know when grace runs out.
Oh, Jesus.
Not supposed to, is it?
For humans, I don't know. I know if don't for Jesus, but for me, I don't.
I think it really depends on, is this a season?
Yeah,
are we going through a season and we just like a lot of stuff, like life has happened, we feel on hard times, but if I see you actively trying to get me and my family out of that, I'm going to provide the grace and still be submissive.
You said me and my family. She didn't say me and our family.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you know what I mean?
We did.
Shut up. I don't even mean it like that. But if it's one of those things where you're actively out there trying to make something happen, like, I'm gonna have more grace than somebody just, I'm good with where we are. If you're content with us struggling, that's not gonna be okay for me.
Okay, right on. So I think basically all of us would agree that it's a case by case scenario at the end of the day, right? What kind of conduct, conversation, and character is he showing through this situation? Is he still being positive? Is he acknowledging it? Isn't that something right there? First of all,
yes,
acknowledge the situation instead of ignoring it. And they're like, what? Ain't nothing going. I got this. And you see clearly that you don't.
That can make a whole difference.
Yeah, my oil changes used to be done 10 miles before they were due. Now we are 1,000 miles over. So, something done changed. So you got to acknowledge the situation, right? Okay. Let's acknowledge the comment we have missed or haven't gotten yet, and then let's get the next video watched, Miss Producer.
Hey,
what's going on?
Hey, Keisha.
How are you? All right, let's hit the next video right quick.
How can a woman submit to a lazy man, a complaining man, a whining man, a nagging man, a mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially abusive man? That's them submitting to the devil. It's not in a woman's nature to submit to weakness. Weakness is a low vibration. A low vibrations of the devil. And now these brothers are in their feelings trying to figure out why they women not submitting to them, because you have the vibration of the devil. You have the lowest frequency known to man. That's why you get chaos in your home.
The devil.
Yeah, he went strong, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he talked about weakness, right? A display of weakness, and he also talked about, because a lot of things, that a lot of times what will happen when a man is struggling financially, and shouldn't even say a man, but when a man is struggling financially, right? There's something in his pride that's hurt, right? He's gonna start acting,
of course,
like an attitude, right? You know, and it's not necessarily an attitude with you; it's a frustration with the situation, but that is how he expresses it. He displays it, right? He's not communicating well. He's being, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? And another video we'll show you a little later, but Nikki, I want you to comment on this. I'm going to ask you this question. Have you ever lessened your light or came across as weaker?
Good question.
To make a man more comfortable in his struggle?
Absolutely. I have.
And as you lay on the couch, and how did that make you feel?
As she lays on the couch. All you miss is music, man. That's all you're missing.
How did that make you feel?
I wanted that person to feel a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
It's because instead of worrying and about what's the situation.
Okay. So to a certain extent, you were doing that in hopes that it would prop him up, motivate, push him, propel him, to be able to do what he needed to do, knowing that if I take over this light, if I'm too strong in this right now, it may have an adverse effect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lily, have you ever dimmed your light, appeared less intelligent, less strong, all of the whatever we do, right, in those situations to make that other person more comfortable in their struggle? Have you ever done it?
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm going to ask you why and how did that make you feel?
I don't know why I did it, and it didn't make me feel any type of way because I left him.
I wouldn't wait. I didn't hear that coming.
I didn't either.
There you go.
No, see, I'm not saying that there's any butt naked truth in that answer of I don't know why I did it, but expound on that. I don't know why I did it. Are you saying that because it makes no sense?
This was on it.
I really don't know why I did it, because I'm like, I've always been very strong in what I believe in and how I carry myself and my character and all that. I'm like, why am I dimming my light for him? No. Next.
Wow.
So
that
one was just we weren't gonna work.
Yeah. Mika's dimming her light right now because we can barely see her. But Mika, have you ever
I know you lying.
dimmed your light, appeared weaker or less intelligent or whatever in order to not damage the fragile ego of a man?
Yes.
Why? And how did that make you feel?
Chasing time.
Elaborate. I think I know what it means, but elaborate.
Meaning, I feel like I was getting older. Let me maybe change some things that I require or want. Maybe I'm too hard. So let me do some things to change. I'm getting older. I want to have kids. Let me settle on this. I was kind of settling, just to be honest.
I think I know who him is. Go ahead.
Probably, because never want to see him again in my life.
Lord, bow your heads. Father, Jehovah.
Gotta pray.
We want to forgive this man. You understand?
Yeah.
No, we forget. He forgot. We just forgiveness doesn't equal reconnection.
That's true.
That's true.
Or access.
or
Right.
access.
Yeah, or access.
So although I went into it, not went into it, but after about a few months, I knew I wasn't supposed to be with this person. But you damn near like to make him feel better
Wow.
and all that.
Yeah. Wow.
And
Cole-
how did it make me feel? Like a waste of time.
Okay. I really can't ask this of Cole necessarily, because we're talking about the submissive part. So I'm not going to ask that question of you necessarily. Let's, Miss Producer, let's catch up on any comments that we may have here and see if anybody is adding anything to the situation.
Oh,
Mr. Ben Sutter the third, also known as Trey, he put the BS in BS3 Network.
Hey, Ben.
Hey Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Says, sup family, great
what's
to
up,
see
man?
you. Hold on, Queen.
Hello, Ben.
Ben said is in the guest room.
No.
She in the living room because I see a couch pillow and I see a box of wine. If you look really closely to the
You don't
bottom,
see a box and
Lord have mercy.
you'll still find you. Keisha says it would be hard for me to submit to a man I know is weak. God, oh man, that word again. I'm not dealing with any more
Again.
Again.
any more build the brothers. Wow. Okay. Let's see. He lied about everything he had to try to impress me. Then when he showed up on a date with a set-in stain running down the front of his shirt, I knew that at that moment I had to turn him loose. She said
Why you like this,
like
Keisha?
it's been there.
Oh my gosh, girl.
Okay.
Don't stop, but why are you like that, girl?
Ben says, great quote Mika. He spelled Mika wrong, but you know, the HBCU he went to was, you know, they're struggling a little bit. But anyway, he says forgiveness doesn't mean reconnection.
Mm-hmm. Does not.
All right. Drew
What's
Williams.
up, Drew?
What's up, my man?
Hey,
He
Drew.
says,
Hey, Drew.
half off TFT in the house.
Half of.
TFT. Okay. Half of TFT in the house. You know what show that is?
Yeah, it's a show that we do, Total Football Talk. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man.
What's up, Drew?
Hey, Total Football Talk. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Keisha said, Shout couldn't get that stain out, Mika.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
He
You need to throw that shirt away.
said set in stain.
Mm.
All right. Let's see. Let's play the next video, ma'am, and then I'll ask a question off of that.
This cup, if it was in my house, I bought it. You feel me? So why would I allow a broke to come and lay up in my shit and me sit here and daddy, you crazy as f***. If you ain't doing daddy things, you ain't never getting daddy treatment.
Lily, is that the truth? You ain't doing daddy things, you don't get daddy treatment?
First of all, I ain't saying daddy.
Yeah.
Show not.
Second,
Thank you.
What about Zaddy?
Man,
Not
that
Zaddy
you
either.
say?
So what about Zaddy?
Sometimes zaddy if I'm in the
Okay,
mood.
that's okay, good. That's all I want to know. Let's be honest, folks. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna be honest now. Sometimes I will say a little zaddy, but yeah. I think it is true. If you're not, but that's also, I think people allow weaker men or men that aren't meant to lead just to move up in your stuff. I'm not doing none of that. Like, we're not even getting that far.
Moving up in your stuff and moving up in your stuff.
Yeah,
See?
no, thank you. Like, what are we doing? And then really at this big age, we shouldn't even be having those conversations, because what are you doing? Why are you wasting your time if you have this standard, but you're talking about something that you experienced last week? No.
Nicole, have you ever let a man, what's the saying? He not have to buy the cow and he getting the milk free?
Well,
Well, I think it's safe to
on
say
a few occasions. I ain't gonna lie.
The measured answer.
Yeah,
Well, since we're not lying tonight.
Come on, sis.
Well, damn.
Oh my God. And don't y'all be lying. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Okay, so you just gonna leave it like that? You have?
Yeah.
Did you know in the middle of it you was wrong?
Oh yeah.
Cole, have you ever been the purveyor of said milk without purchasing the said cow?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have. More than once.
See, Cole?
But I had to learn. Okay, well, it's sort of like once a child, I suppose a child thought as a child and reasons a child one way. I became a man to put away childish things.
Right.
That was a childish thing and childish behavior that I did while I was in that act. And then I realized when I took a step back and I had to see this, I'm like, no woman wants to have me be like this.
Period.
You got to stop. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it like this. When you are drinking of milk that you have not paid for, okay, and I'm not. Please hear me clearly. I'm not talking about paid for financially.
Right.
Part of it, right? That's when our grandmothers, when Big Mom and them said it. Don't let no man be laying up and he ain't. Milk when he ain't bought the cow. When they saying that, they are got a heavy emphasis on finances. Okay. But when I say paid for, there's a way you got to pay for that milk that goes beyond finances. You got to pay for it spiritually. You got to pay for it physically. You got to pay for it mentally. You got to pay for it emotionally. And I'm telling you right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now. And I don't really like saying these words, a real man. I really don't, because I think that's we had a show on that, right? And I think that's said to be derogatory if you were a real man. But a man
male that matures into a man.
There you go. A man's man knows that milk don't taste as sweet no way as one from your own cow.
It doesn't.
That you've purchased, that you've paid the price for, that you've had the blood, sweat, and tears for.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Okay.
No lies to be found.
Lily, have you answered that question about giving up the milk, but Nick ain't paid for the cow?
Oh yeah, I said I think it's safe to say I think we've all been there, but when you know better, you do better. And you change the way you think. The older you get, that starts to change, or it should. I should say that because
everybody ain't stopped.
50-year-olds still ain't got the message. So let me just be clear on that.
Mika, you still giving out that 2%?
Still giving out that skim?
Because I'm plant-based, but go ahead. I'm giving that a good oat milk, that almond milk.
Probably funky. No. It takes me one or two good times to learn, and then I'm like, no, I'm not gonna give it out for the free. For the free is gone.
Put Drew Willingham's comment up for me, please, Miss Producer.
Because you're childish.
Oh, the last one. The last one.
Still get on that 2%.
It's on my nerve.
Drew, I fashion these very quick.
A whole lot of them, Drew. A whole lot of them.
And then let's go to Keisha's comment about you say daddy when he's God dog. See, I shouldn't. That's my fault. I ain't gonna say daughter in return. Yeah, no.
Well, let me be clear.
Oh, please don't.
That's the problem. That is why I don't. That's why I'm like, no, don't.
Let me be clear, Keisha.
No.
Wow. I'm gonna keep it saved, but be clear. I already told you on your last post. Watch out now.
Yeah. Put Drew Willingham's comment. Somebody said I ain't saying daddy, so he laughed at that too.
Hilarious. I ain't.
Yeah, that was Alicia. Yeah, that was Alicia.
I ain't.
And then Trey said, people moving in and you don't really know them. Come on.
See.
And
Keatra, just put a smile. And then Drew laughed, and then he said, if you say daughter, you need more than God. Yeah, you
yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so let me acknowledge a couple of people that are in the room that may not have made comments. Let's see. Sonny Cole, we appreciate you. Another neighbor across the street, Miss Nay Nay.
Hey,
We
Nene.
Hey, Nene.
appreciate you. And then the fiance is in giving out some. I don't know if that was a. I just hope that's a hard. Yeah, she that's what she's supposed to be doing, sweetheart. Gave a little heart there. So yeah, we appreciate everybody who's giving out those likes, laughs, and loves. We appreciate you.
Bless ya.
And now, while we have a little bit of time, we're going to go ahead and give the floor to Mr. Cole Johnson.
Oh, you want me to do this now? Okay.
I do.
All right. Well, having this platform, I totally appreciate it. So I want to thank all four of you. Firstly, thank you, Ivan, Nicole, Alicia, Mika. Thank you for giving me this platform. And the reason why, part of the reason why I'm here is, of course, speaking of this issue, but another part is, had a conversation with one Mr. Ivan Dawkins about 4 weeks ago, where I had thoughts of actually creating a show. And unbeknownst to me, he had a conversation with Ben, and they thought the same. And the twain met, and now we're going to have a new morning show on the BS3 network.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. The official title is called BS3 Presents The Morning Shift for Cole Johnson. And the first episode will be on April 29th. And of course, I have a lot of people to thank, but I'll keep this really short and simple and sweet. I'll just thank the two people most responsible for actually having this take place. Of course, the man that is called King Doc, and I mean we've passed jokes with each other, but the thing is, and he has said this, I've said this to him privately, and I'll say it now. There are very few people that I respect in this content creation space more than him. And when I say a few, I mean 3 or 4. So I want to thank that brother, and of course I have to thank the other, being the owner, the manipulator, and the operator of the BS3 network, the man that is called Benjamin Suddeth. Thank you, sir. BS3 network presents.
Yeah, man.
I can't wait to be on
Yeah,
it.
and I'm giving
oh yes, and all of you, individually and collectively, are welcome. Because
Yeah,
it is not.
I hate to say, but it's a given. I feel like this should have already been
Happened.
or it should already happen. But so
You know what's so
happy
funny
for
about
you.
that? Thank you, Alicia. You know what's so funny about that? The last 3 months, I have been hearing that same sentiment.
Seriously, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. This is
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
see that in his back.
Official.
You better shift our mornings.
See,
I heard that.
I need
Ooh,
it every morning.
Cole? Did you hear that, Cole? Think spiritually.
Yes.
Say that, nigga.
You better shift our mornings.
Yeah.
I received that. Thank you, Mika. I received that.
BS3
and that's
morning, Cole Johnson. And the reason why I made sure you pay attention to that, because Cole will tell you that all of our dealings have been spiritual dealings, period.
Yes.
Okay. We cut up. We are ourselves. Okay. We cut up. We allow, he allows King Doc to be King Doc, and Ivan and Monteg and Pee Wee and all those. And I allow Cole to be Cole. Okay. But every bit of our conversations have been spiritual conversations. And one of the things that I tell him is that BS3, we decide who we're going to do business with based on who they are as people. If they good people first, that's the number one requirement. Are they good people? And then after that, we'll worry about the content and the talent and all that other kind of stuff. With Cole, you can see the talent is
Already there.
Yeah.
Pores,
It sure is.
Yeah, oozing out of his pores. So that's easy and quickly. That's what we may need to start doing, is giving the best voice and on the network award, but he'd probably take that every year. So
And that's what I was about to say, Eric. Since
Yeah, he
the
has
first
that
time
voice.
I've heard Cole, I'm like, he need to be on somebody like radio. Like he has that perfect radio voice.
He is on somebody radio. Yeah, BS3 network. He on our network. You know, see, I would have him. You know, the reason why I say he should be on radio is because he's got a face for radio.
No, first of all, you're not gonna do that.
I'm gonna let you make it. I'm gonna let you make it, bro. I'm gonna let you make it.
You don't have to let him make it.
It's for radio. Okay, so BS3 presents the morning shift with Cole Johnson. Tell us again, Cole, what day that's going to start and give them time and all that.
All right. It will begin 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, April 29th. And I'm looking forward to doing it. And again, it is an all topics type of program. So it's not just sports. It's sports, it's entertainment, it is pop culture, it is music, it is spirituality, it is social justice, it is relationship. Any and all topics are on the table. Of course, the inspirational too. And like you said, Mika, part of the reason why I did pick the name, and shout out to Wiser Lefe, because he was the one who actually gave me the middle part of that title, is because I felt as though if I'm going to do a show, it has to have the importance of a shift spiritually.
I love it.
Yeah, love it. Very excited about this, and hopefully this will be a BS3 network staple for years to come. You know, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say some words that I hadn't said to him yet about this that have been given to me just now, and that is a cornerstone program of the network or a flagship program of the network. Okay, so that's what I want this show to be. You know, and I think he has the talent to do just that. You know,
Thank you, brother.
And don't be, hey, don't be fooled. The amount of work Cole put in, don't be fooled. He done put out recently just new graphics for Macedonia, The Perspective. What other shows you done put out just in the last week, Cole? Just new graphics.
We'll see. The lunch break. I think I did a graphic for this dope cooking show. I actually did like 3 different graphics for the lunch break.
Yeah.
And and the Real Deal with Courtney Harden.
Yeah. And Cole, we don't talk about this often enough, but he is the creative services director for BS3 Network for a reason. So so he let me just say this. When we're no longer called the baby BET, and we the real BET, so to speak. Cole will have been there and will be there. Okay, let's just put it like that. Hopefully, what I like, Cole, is you be in New Orleans next year on Radio Row.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Super Bowl week.
Yeah, you're gonna have to beat me there, Cole, because I'm going to New Orleans. I ain't gonna be on Radio Row, but I'm gonna be there.
You may be, because now what we figured out last year, because again, we learn stuff every year and we elevate every year. So what we learned last year is that we are able to give day passes for our network associates, even if they don't have full week. So even if it's a situation where you can't come until Wednesday or Thursday, or only got a day to pop in, we can get a day pass in most situations.
Put mine to the side.
Yeah.
Well, New Orleans is my birthplace, so that'll be returning home for me.
And that'd be
love it.
Oh, awesome.
But
put mine to the side.
Sure, if you ask Courtney Harden, when you spend a week there representing the network, man, it changes your connection with the network. Number one, number two, it elevates you individually and changes your confidence level in this space. So yeah, hopefully, that would be something feasible for you next year. Let's get some comments, Miss Producer. Keisha said that's wonderful.
Thank you.
Let's see who else.
Thank you,
Kiatra said congratulations.
Wow.
The first lady. Let's see, Ben clapped with some real dark hands, so that must be
Don't do that.
Damn, man.
Forgive him,
That's not
Ben.
even the darkest one.
And he followed it up with some dark fist.
I almost spit out that water because his hands were dark.
That's not
Hey,
even the darkest one, though.
You is not right, bro.
Keisha said, "Congratulations, guys.
Thank
Being
you.
love it, congrats, and love to have you."
Thank you,
Yeah.
Ben.
Why is
Yep.
it? He said, "Hello, everyone. What's going on?"
Hey.
Hello.
Keisha said, "We need to get him on the show too."
Oh yeah. Oh, you love Wise. Yeah.
Him on the show too. Yeah, we had to figure out a good topic for him. Keisha said, "Where is the background on the photo?"
Well, that is sort of like the northern part of the Chicago River in Chicago, downtown Chicago.
Now, why did you pick that, Cole?
I picked it for the simple fact of it sort of had the tie-in of high rises, and if you look below, you see a busing amount of cars that's on the street.
Okay.
And so I decided to pick that, and then I decided to make the color choice of what basically comprises of the BS Network logo.
Dope.
Yeah, I like it. I likes it. Okay. Why says what a great name, yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's saying that, patting himself on the back at the same time.
He goes, "My brother is the best that does it." Yeah. Here,
Thank you, brother.
here,
Thank
here.
you, brother.
Um,
Love you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. So cannot wait for that to kick off. It's about a month from now, April 29th. And just tune in. You know, like, so you'll be able to watch it on Roku TV. You'll be able to listen to it on all of our platforms, Facebook, YouTube, you know, everywhere. So so finding it shouldn't be an issue. So and hopefully from time to time you have from time to time yours truly, King Doc, will make an appearance or two on this program and see what we can get done.
Well, the carpet's rolled. The red carpet is rolled. The only request I have is that you won't be on camera. No, I'm just joking, bro.
There we go.
But you already know. But the carpet's rolled out to you, man. Anytime you want to be on the show, man.
Yes, sir. I have to check with my people though. You know, I can't make any commitments right now. But you know,
Check. We right here. He be on it.
no, my people. Okay, so let's ask this question and then we'll give our final thoughts. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the season queen on this one. So we talked about this, right? Submitting while struggling. That is the name of this show. And I'll go ahead and scroll that once more. Again, submitting while struggling. Again, with special guest host Cole Johnson.
Come on,
So
reset.
Nicole, yeah, I'm a professional, Mika, if nothing else, right?
And I'm serious about my.
How should the guy's behavior change in this situation, if at all? Don't want to lead you anywhere, but he's in a struggling situation. He knows that submission is a issue or a topic or a consideration. How should his behavior change in this situation, if at all?
Well, first of all, I think that if there's no praying and all this and seeking God in this situation, then if you don't get an answer from God, then nothing's going to change.
Hey.
Period. It's not. So that's my answer.
No, the answer's great. I was just loving the hoop from Alicia.
Yeah, because if I go to God with this situation and he tells me to do what he wants me to do, then that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Let's go to Lily next. How should his behavior change in the situation, if at all?
I agree. You should be praying, but we also know that prayer without works is dead. So faith without works is dead. So you gotta
I know that too
to get there. But I'm saying you gotta be doing some work.
I know that
there.
too.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in conjunction with that, you have to be taking the action to change your situation. If you're content, I'm not content in that.
Nor should
I think
you
that's
be.
where people get it twisted. You just can't sit up there and say, "Oh, we just gonna pray about it." prayer can't be the only thing you're gonna do. You got to get up and do something about it too. So
He's gonna have to get up and do something about it.
Yeah,
Not
but
me.
I'm saying if I'm allowing him to lead, we gonna have to do something about this situation. In order for me to continue to follow.
All right. Georgia.
Excuse me.
Nikki answer sounded wrong. I think y'all, I need to know what the question is for real.
Why did my answer sound wrong?
Let her explain this situation. How should his behavior change in this situation, if at all? We struggling. We've talked all program about how she should see it. Should she still be this, and why shouldn't she? All that kind of stuff. How should his behavior change?
Gotcha.
How should he see it?
Okay, I need a clarification. Thank you. Point of clarification.
Hey, hello, clarification.
Um,
Clara is her first name.
I think he should be at least trying every day. Like, you should see his behavior changing every day. You should see him trying. You should see him wanting to do better. You should see him, like they said, praying. You should see him trying to do different things, go out to different places, engage, network, and all that good stuff. So I would say his behavior, he doesn't need to stay stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
So
laying in the bed, thinking a job gonna come to him.
Right, doing something, being active, not always hollering about working for the white man. Like, you have to do something.
Because obviously working for yourself ain't doing enough.
Right,
So
move.
you got to do something.
And then, like, you looking at me, and what am I doing as a woman? Am I having to take care of all this stuff? You should be wanting to help me.
For real.
Or them kids.
Well, maybe he shouldn't be that active and going somewhere, because that costs gas money, and he ain't got the money.
Well, if we driving the interviews, we're gonna have to.
You gotta drive the interviews.
We're gonna have to make it work.
All right, Cole, how should his behavior change in this situation, if at all?
Well, the answer to that question at the tail end is yes, it has to change, obviously. But how should his behavior change? He has to eventually understand the power, the strength, and the nurturing wherewithal of a woman. And if he does understand that, then he will respect her more and would treat her differently. And I say it from this standpoint. I think about this old Negro spiritual. I think the poet was Fabulous. The psalmist was Neo. I think you've heard the song. I think it goes, "I'm a movement by myself."
Oh, we are forced when we together, baby.
See,
come on, somebody.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Holly. Hey.
Wait, what does Farrakhan say? To me. No, but seriously, I mean, it is like that song. I'm a movement by myself.
Yeah.
I'm a force when we're together. Mama, I'm cool all by myself. But baby, you can make it better.
Yeah, that's a jam right there.
That's the energy the guy has to have when it comes to the woman. He has to understand the woman that he wants to court has to make him better, and he has to put himself in that position to be made better.
Yeah.
Here's the prime example. So there was a woman in your area, in the Metroplex, that I met about 17 years ago, and I don't have one bad thing to say about her at all. Not one. But I'm not married to her. Why? Because I wasn't ready. Now, I could say that she wasn't, and there was things about her where she wasn't either. But I wasn't ready. Because God didn't say to me, all right, so you got to get yourself prepared for this woman to do these things, A, B, C. No, never said that. We dated, we were friends, and did it for years, but it just did not work and it did not mesh because I wasn't ready. Cut to when I met my current wife, and it wasn't even a month into the relationship. As you have heard throughout this broadcast, I have not uttered a curse word. That is not on purpose. It is on purpose, but it's not on purpose. It's my life.
Okay.
Because because she called to account something that I did, and I slipped an obscenity, and then I paused for 10 seconds, and I said to her, "All right, this is going to happen." I said, "From this point forward, you will never hear an obscenity come out of my lips." And that was about 14.5 years ago, and I haven't cursed ever since.
Wow, love it.
Wow.
Now, I say that story because the woman has the power that is called submission. It is powerful. It is a tool that should not be played with. It should not be lightly taken. It is one that if the man earns it, he should have it, but he has to earn it. But the way he earns it is the woman, even in the midst of the struggle and all that type of stuff that he has, she has to have seen, oh, this cat has walked with the Lord some. Okay. All right. So he is this guy who is a man after God's own heart. Okay. So he's like that David. Okay. All right. So if that's the case, I think I can see something in him. And you walk together. Because understand something. A woman is told to submit in the Bible, but a man is taught to submit even higher and even harder.
Yeah.
Why? Because we have the mantle of understanding that when we have to love a woman, we have to love a woman like Christ loves us. And he sacrificed his life for us.
Yeah.
So that means a guy has to understand, so Jesus gave up his life for us. So I got to have that sacrificial love for her. No matter what. No matter if she's coming at me fussing, no matter if she's looking like she has the makeup mask on her, no matter if she has the bonnet on her head, no matter if she doesn't look like she has the gown on, but you have to love her with that sacrificial love. And if you don't, you're wasting her time and you're wasting yours. But more importantly, you're wasting her time. And a man should not waste a woman's time. He should not. And that submission thing, that's not just for a woman. A man has to submit to the wife too.
Yes.
And part of why a woman is going to be willing to submit to a man is she has to see, okay, so when I tell him something and he realizes it's not to mess with him, but it's for his good, and he does it, okay, then I think I can tie my life to him. And I can say this, and I'll stop because I've carried on too long, I think. I don't think my wife thought that I was that type of guy. I don't think she thought that I was that type of leader until an incident that I talked to you all about, but an incident that happened 2 months ago to the day. So we were driving I-85 20 miles south of Atlanta, and the rear driver's side tire blew.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. And the car on the interstate is spinning slowly, and we see the concrete divider, and then it turns and it's spinning left. Then after that, we see the car that's behind us in the same lane that I'm spinning out of. And then we see a Walmart truck slowly creeping and passing by. And then after that one slow turn, it made 2 fast turns to where the Lord said, okay, I think you're good. You can control it again. And I controlled it, drove it to the side of the road, and did not get injured at all. The way my wife was with me before, she was loving. There's no question about that. But she was like, I don't know if you're that man after God's own heart. Since then, oh, you saved my life, and I love you. And there's, in that moment, you took care of me. So I thank you for that, and I love you so much for that. And I don't know if any other man could do that. That's what she said to me. So a man has to understand, if he's going to change his behavior, he has to understand a woman is worth sacrificing a huge amount of love for. And if he doesn't see that in her, and if God doesn't say that to him, forget about it.
Yeah. And this is where I'll tag in. She's worth sacrificing everything for at the end of the day.
Exactly.
And I'll kind of tie my answer of the last question of how should his behavior change and my final thoughts. And this is what the situation is that I want us to change our entire thought process when we hear the word submission or being submissive in a relationship. We are thinking about this all wrong. Okay, Cole talked about the scripture where it talks about wives submit to your husbands. Well, if you really pay attention to that chapter and study it, there are more instructions to the man in that chapter than there are to the women. Period.
Yes, it is.
But you don't hear preachers talking about that. There are more instructions to the man than there are to the woman in that chapter. Okay, so how we need to think about submission whenever we're thinking about a relationship is not the woman submitting to the man. Is that a viable consideration? Is that a viable factor? Is that a viable ingredient that is needed? Absolutely. But the submission we need to think about when we talk about submission in a relationship is the man submitting to our father. Period. End of story. The rest of it don't matter.
100.
If he not doing that,
Mm-hmm.
then he's not worth having.
If he submit, I promise you, if he's submitting to God, he's not worrying about whether she's submitting to him or not.
Yeah.
That's not a conversation. He's not going to have to get wrapped up in that. That debate dies.
Mm-hmm.
When we think about, as a community, we need to be thinking about whether he is submitting to God or not when you talk about submission in a relationship. And we almost should not answer that question anymore. Should a woman submit to a man? We should almost not answer that question anymore.
Agree.
We should be talking, should a man submit to God? And the answer to that question is yes. And if he does, there's no more questions that need to be asked.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
And we need to change the way we think about this whenever it is asked, because at the end of the day, that is the most important element of this whole situation. If that's done, the rest of it will take care of itself. You put him in the center, rest of it will fall into place.
That's good.
Right.
All right. Final thoughts, Nicole.
First of all, I would like to thank Cole for being on. It was a pleasure having you on tonight. And we have to do it again soon. And I'm glad that you and your wife made it out of that accident.
Thank you.
Unscathed. That's where you were going. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't gonna say that.
You said something, so I figured unscathed. That's what I said.
What? Bye, Ted.
I'm trying to help you.
I don't need your help. Anyway, I'm glad y'all didn't get hurt, Cole, because it could have been worse.
Unscathed.
Thank you, Nicole.
Ted. Oh, I'm trying my best not to do something on this screen right here. And you wait till we get in that green room.
She was calling on her teachings from somewhere. She knew it was an unword that went with this.
No, I was trying to wait till we get offline.
He's a tummy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Nicole is tickled.
Oh my gosh.
Don't play with me, boy.
The skill that Ivan has to get under all three of your skins is unparalleled.
He's silly sometimes. He don't need to know when to speak and when not to.
Oh my gosh.
I just flick him off and keep it going.
All right. Thank you guys, the audience for tonight.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for being on the podcast to listen to this jerk.
Yeah. The educator queen, Georgia. And I'm glad you just relaxed in this show tonight.
And I mean,
damn, we didn't mean to trouble you, did we? You know.
Thank you, Cole, for coming on.
Thank you, Mika.
You're always so amazing. We love your voice. We love your talent, and we appreciate you for lending time to us. And about the topic, we have to stop thinking, whether it be male or female, we have to stop thinking submission is such a negative word, because it's not negative. So I think what my brother said about it being a male has to submit, so does a female. we have to think about it in that regards. And I think, it's such a horrible thing to do that we have, that we don't do it because we do feel like it's negative.
Mm.
And women and men, hey, if you don't want to submit to each other, you shouldn't be together. And that's that.
So let me ask you something.
Oh Lord.
Mika, is it maybe it's the lighting? Do you need us to send you some lip gloss over there? You're looking a little powdery around.
Why is he like this?
Boy,
He better be glad we online because he ain't gonna want me to say nothing to him. Don't say nothing, sis.
Leela.
I got it.
Leela. Final thoughts.
Oh my gosh.
Cole, thank you so much. And congratulations again on your upcoming show. Super excited for you. We will be tuning in. Let us know how we can support it in any way, but we definitely will tune in.
Right.
As far as the topic goes, I think my brother said it perfectly. As much as he gets on my nerves, why is this still a debate? I often see people debating on who should be submissive, or if he's a weak man, or if I'm a woman, an independent woman, all this kind of, why is that the debate? So I think he said it perfectly. I think when we have God as the center of all our relationships, there really shouldn't be a debate on that at all. You should know exactly how that's going to work out for you.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I'm real tired of y'all tonight.
I'm real tired too.
Ooh,
But yeah, that's all I had.
All right, go. Final thoughts, sir.
all right. Well, thank you everybody in the chat. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Mika. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Ivan.
Yeah.
All four of you are great. And of course, Ivan, we're brothers, man. So anything you need, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
As far as the topic is concerned, and Mika did say it, it's and Ivan did too. I mean, you have to get the negative aspect and the worldly aspect of submission out of our vocabulary, out of our lives, because it does not apply. And I think what people have to understand is that you want to be loved, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to be loved, right?
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, guess what love is?
Submission.
It is the ultimate form of submission.
Yeah.
So if you want to love, you're going to have to submit. I don't care if you're a man or a woman.
Period.
I agree.
Period.
Miss May, we appreciate you, ma'am. Glad to have you on. She said y'all funny, and Ivan Dawkins be giving Nicole Dawkins Briscoe.
And Miss Kitty,
You know how he does.
I'm gonna hurt him too.
That's my job. No.
He does the most.
Yeah.
How y'all getting up here? Because I haven't eaten dinner. Come on.
I haven't even eaten either.
Is that why you so relaxed over there?
Mm-hmm.
Cole, we appreciate you for coming on, my man. Hang out in the green room behind the studio when we go, so we can thank you personally.
Yeah, but Ivan need to go in the green. Don't stay in the green room.
I've said my final thoughts. If all else fails, brother, if you're having a hard time at the house, just walk in singing that OJ's where they say just. Just.
And you can't sing, so go ahead and in.
Get off of here.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah.
Hey, we out.
You can't even sing.
Bro, bring the hook in. Queen3 King, we the team, it's going down. We the talk of the town, it's going down. We royalty, wear our crowns, it's going down. Tune in now, it's going down, it's going down. We just hit you with another one. It's going down, we just hit you with another one. It's going down, we just hit you with another one. Tune in now, we just hit you with another one. It's Queen3 King. 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 On BS3 Network.